In this video, I'll demonstrate drilling the Dzus fastener hole in the doubler for your access door panel project. I've got the access door fabricated with the hinge drilled and attached to it with a bunch of clecos. I've already got some holes on the other side of the hinge set at the proper edge distance from the ends of the hinge and in halfway through the hinge. My cutout has been made and I've clecoed my doubler in place. And now I'm going to set the door into the gap, the hole I've created. And I'm going to centralize the door using some 20 thou shims that I've cut out of sheet metal. So I'll place these down here. And I can apply a little bit of pressure to the door to hold them in place. If you can get a partner to help you with this, it may be helpful, or some masking tape. So I'm setting the hinges all the way around the door, making sure the door is centered in the cutout, and I'm using the center line of the door so it matches with the center line on the airfoil. And I've got the hinge, I'm just going to rotate it so you can see it this side here. I've got the hinge on the outside of the skin at this point. Its proper location is underneath the skin, but I want to be able to drill it with this here, line up this hole in the doubler. So with the door now in its proper position, so there's an even gap all the way around, I can now drill the hinge to skin attach holes. I'll put a cleco as I go along so nothing moves. Some people use a piece of 3/4 inch masking tape across the door. That's a good idea. Once you've got the gap established, to put a piece of masking tape across, it holds it from moving while you're doing this drilling operation. Once I got all the holes drilled, I'll remove the clecos that hold the hinge to the skin, and now I can deburr these holes using a free countersink. No burrs in those holes. Feel underneath. If there's any burrs, remove them. I'm going to place the hinge now underneath in its proper location. I'll take a couple of these clecos off because they don't need to be up here. There. The door opens and closes nice, and when it closes it has a nice 20 thou gap. If it doesn't, you can just force it a little bit so it lines up into the center line. And put my shims back into the proper location. There it is. The door is lined up, shim all around, holes are drilled. At this point, this is where I want to drill this hole 5/8 of an inch up from the edge of the door into the doubler. And I see as I push down with the drill, the doubler's giving up a little bit of space underneath. So I'm going to install a few more clecos, give me a little more support on the doubler when I'm pushing down on it. There's nothing wrong with putting a piece of masking tape back across the door so it doesn't move on you. Hinge is located properly. Now I can drill this with a number 40, and then I'm going to use a uni-bit and continue to open this hole right up to 1/4 inch before I disassemble anything or move anything. And once it's at 1/4 inch, then I can disassemble everything, install my spring in the doubler, and install my Dzus fastener in the door. That's the secret to locating that hole for the exact positioning of the Dzus fastener in the doubler and the door to get a nice open and closing door.